This is Petty Officer Elena Morales. She is a Navy SEAL. She transferred to a U.S. Army Ranger School. She is an anomaly. Her instructor, Captain Keller, wanted her gone. He sets her up. He makes her the point man in the deadliest drill, Kill House 4. But this wasn't just a failure test. It was a trap. Keller thought he was testing a recruit. He was deeply wrong. He didn't realize he was facing a ghost from a secret war, and that his mistake had already sealed his fate. The setting is Camp Blackwood. The air is thick with rain and tension. Captain Keller is the instructor. He is all arrogance. He tries to humiliate Morales in front of the unit. He attempts a textbook takedown. It is meant to impress. Morales absorbs the hit. She stands up in a single motion. No hands, no pause, just silence. This calmness is a weapon. Keller looks away first. Keller, rattled, assigns her the point position for Kill House 4. The point is the first to enter. It is historically a suicide position. Morales gives one response. Yes, sir. Her calm is total. The team breaches the door. Go, go, go. Morales moves ahead. She is not reacting. She is predicting. She spots the first sign of sabotage, an almost invisible tripwire. It is tied with a military knot. She cuts it free. Trap neutralized. The trap was planted by an unauthorized supervisor badge. This is not a drill failure. This is inside work. Morales continues. Her shots are clean. Her pace is perfect. Then a shotgun roars from the darkness. She drops, rolls, and fires back. She checks the casing. It is not a simulation round. It is a live shell. The drill is compromised. Someone tried to kill her. She completes the course in 46 seconds, an impossible elite Tier 1 record. The time is recorded. Keller is in disbelief. Morales' helmet feed flickers. An old secure SEAL frequency bleeds in. A male voice whispers, "Welcome back to the Kill House, Shade." Morales freezes. She knows the voice. Colonel Vance confirms the extent of the betrayal. The entire base is sealed. It is now a cage. A figure appears in the main doorway. Black kit, suppressed rifle. Morales whispers his name. Morgan. He was her teammate. He was listed as Kia. Morgan was a ghost asset, a living operative dead on official paper. Vance doesn't hesitate. He draws and fires. The threat is neutralized. Morales confirms the dog tag. E. Morgan, SEAL Team 7. His unofficial papers confirm his status. Active black asset. Morgan was activated by someone on the inside, someone using Keller's cloned ID. The objective was clear. Eliminate the SEAL. Morales rises. Her silence is gone. Her mission is now to find the person digging graves with permissions they don't own. The base sirens wail. The hunt for the real threat has begun. This was just the setup. The conspiracy runs deeper. Subscribe to follow Elena Morales' journey, or watch the next video now. The hangar is silent now, save for the hiss of rain on the metal roof. Keller watches the figure of Colonel Vance, a Marine, descend the stairs. Every man in the room goes silent. Vance raises his cover. A Marine colonel is saluting a Navy petty officer. The world is suddenly tilted. Morales returns the salute. Sharp, no triumph. She looks down at the door frame, the wood ripped away by the breach. The lieutenant trembles as he scrolls through the logs. The armory manifest printed clean, he insists, except for the override. A supervisor clearance at 7:32. The demolition cage log was spoofed. Both security layers were compromised. Someone bypassed every safety. Keller denies everything, his voice cracking. He was in a briefing. His badge was on the rack. Anyone could have cloned it. Vance does not offer comfort. Cards are not cloned in a hallway, Captain. It takes access. It takes someone who knew the system. Morales walks to the fallen role player. She sweeps her gloved hand over the shotgun. She picks up the shell. Live. No blue seal. Not a sim. The role player, visor askew, stammered a confession. They had a handoff at the prop table. Overflow. They signed the cage paperwork. The lieutenant's throat bobs. Entry code, timestamp, and a user ID. Red letters flash on his tablet. Entry. Captain Marcus Keller. Override, supervisor clone. Keller's denial is immediate. He points at his vest, then his empty chest. My badge is on the rack. The base's sudden hush is punctured by an electrical cough from the booth. Every screen blinks. The master feed goes gray. Then an incoming audio file plays. A voice, filtered, familiar. Shade. You still take the hinge. Morales' hand tightens on the shotgun. More red flags bloom on the console. Armory 3 reports an unlogged crate moved. 2 breaching charges unaccounted for. Supervisor override registered at 7:29. Captain Keller's ID used to clear the armory transfer. Keller steps toward the booth. I didn't sign for any charges. If someone spoofed my badge, who had the access? Vance's eyes close, then open. Someone who knew how we log ghosts. Someone who knows the dead are better off alive on paper. The lights in the booth die. Screens go black. Then white text scrolls across every monitor. Slow, methodical. Welcome back to the kill house. This time no sims. The red strobes flare. The hangar smells of wet metal and betrayal. A steel latch slides home beyond the bay doors. The sound is small and absolute. It is a lock closing on the last piece of daylight. Morales uncoils. She is already moving. She finds the hidden panel, a transmitter and 2 M84-style stun grenades. They are lash-tied with military-grade braid. The timer blinks green. Improvised. Lethal. Keller, she says. They've sealed us in. It's containment. Keller's jaw works. Who the hell would... Someone who wanted you to bleed. Morales answers. Someone who wanted point to mean casualty. Vance climbs down into the mess. Boots steady. Disarm it. He is not reaching for a radio. The net is fragmented. He watches her hands. She slices leads, jams a blade into the transmitter. Sparks leap. The light dies. The grenade casings go cold. A hinge stamps open at the far doorway. A figure fills the frame. Black kit. Suppressed M4. Balaclava. A patch on the sleeve catches the red light. Naval Special Warfare. Keller. Weapons. Vance barks. The figure does not comply. No training cadence in the stance, only a practiced calm. Shade. Stand down. The man's voice is low, ragged. Morgan. The name is a question she hadn't expected to ask aloud. Paper said I was dead. Paper kept me useful. We make ghosts when we need them to work in the dark. He should have been a memory, listed Kia. But the patch is real. The eyes under the balaclava are the eyes she watched through heat and night for years. He moves, like a knife. One twitch. Vance fires. The round strikes the visor. The figure collapses. The suppressed M4 clatters to the floor. It was a split-second decision. Muzzle up. No weapon retention. Lethal response threshold met. Morales kneels. She peels back the balaclava. The face is gaunt, older than memory. The dog tag at his throat. E. Morgan. SEAL Team 7. Beside it, a second, unofficial tab is sewn into the vest lining. Administratively Kia to facilitate clandestine redeployment. Status: active black asset. The explanation fits the ugly pieces together. Why Morgan had no open record. Why someone could use an active SEAL ghost. Death on paper kept men useful where the light could not reach. Keller's face is a map of questions. Who authorized that? Vance looks at Morales. Someone inside wanted leverage. Someone who knows how we bury things so they can be used again. Morales slides the dog tag into her pocket. She rises. Her shoulders are squared. Then we find who's been digging graves with permissions they don't own. The base sirens are wailing. Urgent feet are pounding. Morales pauses at the threshold. Rain beats on her hair. The tag is warm against her palm. She looks at Keller, then at Vance, then at the dead man who was both comrade and secret. She closes her fist around the tag. The rain washes the print of history from her fingers. She steps into the storm, but the storm is just starting. The kill house was the prelude, a live fire message. Someone in the highest echelons of command manufactured a dead man. They used Captain Keller as a pawn. They tried to eliminate Elena Morales. Why? What classified operation connects a decorated SEAL, a compromised Ranger instructor, and an illegal black asset? The records are now compromised. The evidence is scattered. Morales holds the only tangible proof, a dog tag and a memory of a voice that called her Shade. The plot is thicker than the camp Blackwood mud. Morgan was not just a ghost. He was the bait, and Morales took it. Now she is outside the wire, a target with an unauthorized Kia file in her pocket. The enemy is invisible, operating with supervisor clearance and cloned badges. They know the system. They know her. Every move she makes will be anticipated. The investigation has to be personal. It has to be off-book. She cannot trust the chain of command, not even Colonel Vance, until the system is fully vetted. The world she knew has dissolved into a labyrinth of paper trails and encrypted frequencies. She has to go back to the source, the pre-208 series SEAL frequency. That is the thread. That is the only place to start pulling. The rain on the corrugated roof is loud, a drumbeat for the fight to come. The next step is a deep dive into the archives. The Black Assets program. The names and codes buried under layers of classified ink. The trail will lead to a name, a very important name, a name that controls the ghosts, and that name will be the real target. Morales tightens her grip on the tag. It is a symbol of a life taken and a mission begun. She steps away from the scene. The official investigation will follow. They will look at Keller. They will look at the breach. They will miss the ghost. They will miss the whisper. That is her advantage. She knows what they are looking for, and she knows where the real danger is hiding. This is no longer a training exercise. This is a clandestine operation, and she is running point again. But this time, the kill house is the entire world, and Captain Keller's big mistake was thinking he could rattle a warrior who had already survived her own death. He only succeeded in waking the ghost hunter. The conspiracy has just begun to bleed into the light. The black operations, the unauthorized transfers. The real question is not who cloned Kellier's badge, but what was Morgan sent to retrieve or prevent before he was shot. The answer is buried in the same files that declared him dead. Morales will have to face more ghosts, and the next one might not be so easy to take down. She will need help, but trust is a commodity she can no longer afford. Every shadow is a potential threat. Every order is a potential trap. The path ahead is dark, and the rain will wash away all traces of her. She is off the grid. She is a rogue agent. She is simply Shade. And the game is on. The next video is about to reveal the first piece of the puzzle. You do not want to miss what she finds in the classified archives. Continue watching now.